Hey everyone, happy Friday. We made it to the end of this very active, busy weather week with more active and busy weather. We've already had a mess of weather out there this evening. We had a good coating of some wet snowflakes, light accumulation. Now we're just dealing with mostly plain old rain, but that is going to switch back into snow by tomorrow morning. And those wind gusts are just awful. We just reported a 58-mile-per-hour wind gust out near the airport. That is pretty good, especially considering we don't really have any severe weather. Just talking about how gusty it is out there. That's something that will continue through the first half of the weekend. So hopefully you don't have any patio furniture outside or any of those decorations, because they may end up in your neighbor's yard. But we'll go through kind of this messy forecast here. It's kind of going to be a little bit of a longer Facebook Live just because we have a lot to go through, but we want to make sure we cover everything. So feel free to throw in a few questions and I'll try to get them answered as well. First half of the day was quiet, breezy, cloudy, but here's where we started to see things get messy. Right around 3, 4, and 5 o'clock, we had a little bit of rain. That transitioned into some wet snowflakes right before 5. Light accumulation, so allowed for some slick spots, some slushy areas for the evening commute. And you can see now just changing over into plain rain. That's what we have here on our radar right now. Widespread showers across the region, although it is rather light. You could see most of us picking up on just some rain here. You got to go into far portions of Ashtabula County to still see some of that wintry mix. Some wet snow mixed in with some rain as well. Ashtabula, just plain old rain. But if you go closer to Denmark, Dorset, even Pierpont, that's where we're starting to see a few of those snowflakes still lingering. And we're actually getting some warmer air moving on in here. Yeah, you can see we're starting to get a little bit of a warm up, and that's what will happen as we get closer to midnight. We'll see those temperatures actually stay in the 40s until we have a big nosedive early tomorrow. So part of the warm front moving through now, that cold front will move on in as we get into the early hours of tomorrow. So anything that is damp out there could quickly freeze, could have a bit of a flash freeze situation by early tomorrow. Tonight hanging out in the upper 40s, but by tomorrow morning when you wake up, most of us will be in the 20s and will stay in the 20s all day long. All right, let's talk about the wind. We do have wind advisories and wind warnings. Wind warnings for that darkish gold shade that you see across the area. And that means in that area we could see wind gusts up to 60 miles per hour, and that's proving to be true. We're very close here with a lot of places reporting wind gusts in the 50s, close to 60. Just a very gusty night. That'll last through early Sunday, so we're going to have another windy day. Here's a look outside right now across the region. Ashtabula, right around a 50-mile-per-hour wind gust. Youngstown at 45. We do have a few 30s out there, but just it's definitely not nice to be out and about. We'll get a little bit of a break by early tomorrow morning, but that will ramp back up tomorrow afternoon, and another chance for some wind gusts, some strong wind gusts right around lunchtime tomorrow. You can see we get another round of 40, 50 mile per hour wind gusts as we head into your Saturday. So we're not done with the windy conditions yet. It's made for a lot of hard travel, and that'll be the case tonight, even into tomorrow. Actually, the Ohio Turnpike is put a ban on high profile vehicles from midnight until 6 p.m. on Saturday. That's because of the gusty conditions that you just saw. Also, we're going to see this, not only the rain and snow making things slick, but by early tomorrow morning when those temperatures drop, it'll allow for anything to freeze. So it's definitely not going to be fun whether you're out and about tonight or tomorrow. All right, let's get to the hour by hour. We'll be dealing with scattered showers through the next few hours. As we push closer to 10, 11 o'clock, that becomes more few and far between. That colder air moves in for the morning, and that's when we'll start to see the rain transition to snow by the late morning. So here's a look at 8 a.m. Scattered snow showers across the area. It'll start to turn more lake effect by Saturday afternoon, so mainly impacting our snowbelt region Saturday night into Sunday. And then Sunday, we got to watch out for that snow um, line. Let me show you right here. Right in here is where it seems like that lake effect is setting up as we get into Sunday. And that would really impact areas right along parts of New York and even Erie. So Buffalo really dealing with the worst of that on Sunday. We could have a few lingering flurries for parts of Lake County and Ashtabula County on Sunday, but it doesn't seem like we'll have too much accumulation. We'll have to watch out for that line though. If it dips any farther south, we could have a better chance at accumulating snow. Speaking of snow, here's what it's looking like. And it's not going to be much. We're not talking this huge snowstorm. You got to go into parts of Michigan and even Wisconsin for that. I'd say most places right around an inch or two of snowfall. If you get into parts of Portage County, 1 or 2 inches of snow. I'd say for our friends closer to Mansfield, maybe an inch and a half. And then for our friends in Stark County, Tuscarawas County, Carroll County, probably a trace, not expecting too much. A few isolated places could get up to an inch. It'll be our snowbelt region where we could see 2 to 4 inches of snowfall, and then we'll get a few isolated spots, 4, 5, 6 inches of snow. And if you know who you are, if you are those places that always get the snow, that's where that will land. So northern parts of Geauga County, some parts of southern Lake County, and I'd say some parts of Cuyahoga County going to be in that 2 to 4 inch range. That's taking you through the day on Sunday. All right, we have someone asking on here, what are the wind gusts in Lake County currently? Sorry, I didn't catch it a moment ago. Yep, let's go back to that graphic. Right now, closer to Lake County, we're seeing wind gusts right around 30 to 40 miles per hour. Picking up at the airport here, it's at 38 right now. Earlier, we did have a near 60 mile per hour wind gust recorded at the Hopkins Airport. Ashtabula, though, seeing wind gusts of 48 right now. Those wind gusts will die down a little bit as we get into the overnight and early morning, but those will ramp back up. You can see right around 7, 9, and 11 o'clock tomorrow. We'll see the possibility of some of those stronger wind gusts out there. Lillian, we've been pretty lucky so far, but I don't know. But I know it's Cleveland. Expecting that is very true. Winter has been very nice to us. That I think any snow kind of seems like a big deal to us this year, just because our December has been so mild. But it's not going to be a terrible snowstorm. I'd say the worst of the system is really just going to be the wind. It's going to be cold and it's going to be windy. That's probably the part that is a little bit of a bummer. The power was out in, Dominique says the power was out in Barberton. It just came back on a few minutes ago. Will the winds get worse overnight? It looks like we get a break overnight, but by tomorrow, latest check, we actually have a check on our power outage. Let me pull this graphic up for you guys. I'd say tonight, we will not see a high risk of power outages, but by tomorrow we could have another chance, especially tomorrow afternoon as those winds pick back up to around 50 miles per hour. We'll have to watch out for that Saturday afternoon. Last we checked, there was around 9,000 power outages, especially in parts of Cuyahoga and Lake County. Those are the counties that we're seeing the most right now. Heather asked, what parts of Cuyahoga County will be in the 3 to 4 inches range? It's mainly going to be the eastern part of Cuyahoga County. So we're talking areas closer to, I'd say like Mayfield Heights area, Pepper Pike, Mayfield itself. I'd say closer to that region, probably going to be more on the end of 2 to 3 inches of snow. The farther west that you get into Cuyahoga County, the little snow. So meaning getting into Lakewood, Parma, Brook Park, probably around an inch of snow, maybe 2 in a few isolated locations. Westlake, North Olmsted, probably around that 1 to 2 inches of snow range. So that's probably going to be close to the cutoff. And then again, if you're used to getting the snow, Chagrin Falls, probably going to be close to 3 to 4 inches of snow as we get into Sunday. Kyle, is this deep freeze going to last over 10 days? Right now, it does look like we'll have this freeze at least for the next 10 days. Beyond that, it does seem like we'll start to warm things up. But remember, our temperatures, our average temperature is the mid 30s, so it's not going to be by much, but at least better than what we are. Speaking of, let's take a look at the 8-day forecast. So again, tonight, we'll just see scattered showers tonight. That breeze will slowly die back some overnight. It'll pick back up tomorrow afternoon, and tomorrow we'll have scattered snow showers through the day. Accumulating snow, most places 1 to 2 inches, but snow belt 2 to 4. Then on Sunday, we'll have isolated lake effect flurries. Temperatures back into the teens for Sunday, and we'll stay in the teens most of next week. Morning temperatures in the single digits, where we could have the wind chill actually make it feel colder than that. So it could feel, not air temperature, but it could feel below zero some mornings by the middle of the week. And then we're watching for another system that could bring us snow Friday into Saturday. We'll be on at 10 o'clock tonight. You can join us there. We'll have another look at the radar and update you on the conditions for the weekend, or you can always find the latest at fox8.com underneath the forecast discussion. Have a great night and be safe. Have a great weekend.